I don't know if this is going to work, but if you ever want to do a rear hatch, I swore when I built my first camper I'd never build another hatch because my last camper was completely flat on the back, so it was a big hatch. But it took a long time to engineer and figure things out. But they don't make a hatch this size. First off, I'm not going to design a trailer completely around the hatch. But the biggest thing is, and plus I'm not going to pay $700 for it. The biggest thing is trying to get the gaps right. Trying to get the gaps because you want to be able to put trim. And I don't even know if I got my gaps right. I just used, where are they at? 3/16 spacers all the way around. There they are, that little metal thing right there. And the structure, plus, I forgot, some people use concession door stands. This is Hurricane Hinge from Teardrop Parts, whatever. But these open really far. I don't know what that is, 120, 130 degrees. And that's my structure underneath. It's just 3/4 inch, and then I used angle iron. I got the seal coming today. I've got to take this back apart, obviously, and paint it. But if you ever want to do a hatch, it does take, unless you buy the $700 or whatever hatch it is, it does take some engineering to figure it out. To figure out the seal, to figure out how the seal's going to lay in there. A lot of people use Z-channel aluminum, which I did my last one with aluminum. I just decided to use angle iron that's part of the structure to try and get it, and it does sit pretty doggone good. I got to put the trim on it. It's going to have aluminum trim, and that's what I'm worried about, is the gap might not be sufficient for 2 pieces of aluminum to squeeze in here, but we'll see. I'll figure it out. But anyway, I'm going to have shocks that open it, and that's one thing I got to figure out too, is what pound of shocks, what length, all that crap. Do a calculator, but I want it to open the full extent, like 120 degrees, so you don't hit your head, because that's kind of a big deal. I want that baby up high. But anywho, that's just a little update on the old camper. Once I get this, compression latches are coming in, seals coming in. I got a handle I'm going to put here. I got to figure out the shocks, and then put the trim on. And this was the last thing from sealing this baby up. The trailer lights are wired, but my gosh, it's RV wiring to truck wiring. It's a train wreck. You hit a brake and the lights come on. But anyway, I gotta get that sorted. That's not really a big deal. But I gotta fix these fenders too. If you do your fenders, wait until you're completely done, or so you have a visual. I set these way too low. Now I'm going to have to go back. I actually stretched these fenders out. I cut them, put notches, V-notches right here, and stretched them out, and then welded it back up to get the length I needed. But now I'm looking at it, and I just jacked them up. I put 3 inches under each side, and it looks a hell of a lot better with 3 inches under each side. So I got to weld what I cut off back under there and make the total height, I think, of the fender from the floor is going to be 15 or 16 inches, just to get it looking a little better. I don't like the way it looks. The suspension travel, this is Timbren 2000 HD, and it's only a 2-inch travel, I think, 1 3/4 or something like that. And I'm also concerned about my axle placement. It is on the standard trailer, but that's without this extension, which there's not really any weight back on that extension. However, I can pick it up, roll it around very, very easily, which is great. I'm going to put a basket on the front, going to have a generator, put some weight on the front, but I'm also going to have a water tank in the back that doesn't have any water in it right now, and I can push down on the back and lift the front off the ground. So Those axles may be getting moved back a few inches. I don't know yet. What I'm gonna have to do is finish it up. Me and the boss lady are gonna take it out, give it a run through, probably in 2 weeks, and see what all's wrong and what all I have to fix. But I don't know why I'm so concerned with that. It's not a big deal. I just got to cut this, cut that, move it back. Timbering axles, the ones I have, they're evenly spaced, the holes. So all I got to do is move it back. I'm not drilling. I am going to have to drill one new hole, but I'm not drilling. I'm just going to move it back 1 bolt hole and then drill new holes. So that's 4 inches. So then I have to obviously rearrange this crap, but that's fine. That's easy. Just cut it off, re-weld it, repaint it. But that's my only concern. I haven't built the basket yet, but I am going to build it for a generator, maybe a cooler. We always throw firewood in the front, awning, all kind of crap up there. It probably weighs 200 pounds by the time I throw all the crap in. Anywho, I ramble too much. Got to finish that trim piece right there. I ran out of trim. I was that shy. And then I found some old trim from my last camper build that I'm going to put in there. And I also need a piece of trim. And I'm not ordering it because I am that shy on the back. But I also cut this. This is Teardrop Vintage Technologies. I love their trim. It's got the offset leg. If anybody has any of that they want to sell me, I don't want to buy one stick and pay 70 bucks for shipping. But that would work perfect for this little lip. It fits there nicely, but I just don't have enough. And I need 5 feet. Well, a little less than 5 feet. Yeah. So, Mr. Bond. We meet again. And I put my, I gotta mount this. I'm not done with that. That's just the propane tank. Put the vent in for the tank. The power's been in. Anywho, that is it, and we are getting so close. Mattress is coming today, and foam topper as well, because I'm kind of weird. But, oh God. Anywho, that's the water tank, 30 gallon. The floor is over there. The floor's gonna just lay on these, that's angle iron, hang on. And the floor is just gonna lay so you can actually access this stuff. I'm gonna put handles. I don't know how I'm gonna do it yet, but I've already got it laid down flat. Refrigerator's gonna go back here. And then like I said, we just use this for storage. We throw a bunch of crap in here. And I found that if you push down right there, you can lift the front. But I can stand right where that water tank is and it won't come up. It's kind of weird. But anywho, yeah. That is it. I got to put clamps on all this stuff and then check for water leaks. Yada, yada, yada. I got to bolt that down so it doesn't. I've had a camper roll over on its side. Axle broke. And thank goodness everything was tied down. But you better tie everything down. You never know what's going to happen. A spindle broke. Tire went under the fender. Under this thing, like on my lap. And it just rolled it on over because I had an articulating hitch on it. It allowed it to roll over, which I don't know if that's good or bad. But anywho,